is going to come back in a couple miles, I don't have to respond just because I have speed now. I can cover half of it or still run in my same rhythm, and hopefully if it regroups, then you're the one putting it in. So I think to me it just adds one more element in my strategy thing.
There's a good point during the race in Boston. You say to yourself, I'm hanging in here. I don't feel any worse, and maybe I can finish, and maybe I can do something. Because you ran into some real doubts early on.
It was pretty late. I think I went to the front at a certain. I think Daska had opened up 30 seconds almost, and I went to the front thinking I'm going to block the win for Molly and just get this train back up to the leader and allow these guys to compete from there in. And then about
so what stage?
That had to be around mile 17, I bet.
17.
Yeah, and then I turned around and it was like, oh, I've strung this out. I've dropped everyone. I'm feeling better than everyone else in this group. So mental shift there.
With everyone talking about how great U.S. women's marathoning is now, what do you remember about, I guess, maybe how different it was when you first started doing marathons?
Yeah, I've been at this a long time. I've seen a lot. I think it was Dina was so good that anything under 2:30 was Dina territory. That was reserved for greatness, and if everyone else was just trying to break 2:30, and that was where the bar was. It was like this men's 2:10 right now. It's like if you can get through there, then you're a real threat. And so I just always remember that is circled and made to be this barrier. And Katie McGregor was trying, she's a great 10K, 5K runner. She could never do it. She was 231 plus. Elva Dreyer, Kate O'Neill had done it 228. She was the next great thing. But it wasn't. If you could flirt with that, that was a big deal. And then all of a sudden, I think I ran 227.53. And then Amy debuted and was super fast, and then Lauren Kleppin ran a super fast one. It was like 2:30. It wasn't a thing anymore. It was just like you just go out and find out how to compete and where you're at, and then work from there. So I feel like once that mental barrier of 2:30 got shaken up, things changed drastically for us.
And what's your plan going through the trials? You mentioned the timing of things. Will you do a fall marathon next year?
To be determined. Yeah, I guess it depends how this goes and how the body's feeling and what I think I need to be competitive there. So.
At what point in your career did you start thinking you could win a Boston or New York?
Yeah, in 2011 when I ran Boston, I felt like I had a really great shot, and I know the outside world was like, no way, not gonna happen, and I thought I had all the tools to do it, and I put myself right there. So it was a big mental shift to actually get the result that went with the training. But the training at that point all indicated that I could do something special.
Thanks, Des.
Now that you've won one, would anything other than a victory still be considered a win this weekend?
Yeah, I think that the field is phenomenal, so it's always tough to win. I think it took me 13 years and some crazy luck and a really good race and so on and so forth, but that's just how it is. Everyone's so competitive that you have to have some things go your way, and you don't always get that luck. There's a couple outliers that are just really good and they almost have to beat themselves, and that's Mary Katani and Vivian Chariot. So I think it's theirs to win, but we've seen mistakes happen. We've seen people do silly things on this course. I don't think the weather will be a factor. So if I run really well and get to the finish just gassed, like I know I did everything and I didn't make tactical mistakes or anything like that, I'll be pleased. I was 5th here last time I ran, so any improvement on that would be great. I would love to see the podium, and then obviously a win. But there's a lot of range for success, I think.
How do you prepare mentally for a race? How do you prepare mentally? Is there a certain game face you put on? Do you use mantras? Are you certain mental cues you're working with?
It's just trusting my fitness. Like I'll go back and look at the work I've done. I do write out a race plan, like a physical race plan, and I do all of that stuff to just help with tough patches during the race. So instead of giving yourself that out, like, oh, it's starting to hurt, I just can slow down. You just go to the next thing. And I think if you prepare for that ahead of time, it's a lot easier when they're out there and you're, wrestling with the doubts.
What are some of the changes you've made in your training since switching coaches?
Yeah, it's there's a little more speed work in there. I think I've got a little more turnover. I mean, marathon training is still heavy mileage. It's a grind. You have to do the long tempos, the long runs, and so on and so forth. But just mixing in some more threshold stuff and quicker turnover stuff has been really beneficial. And then probably one of the bigger things is more recovery days between hard sessions. So at 35, I think it's beneficial, and I think it's going to keep me hopefully in the sport a little bit longer, extend my career a little bit as well.
Is there any sense of rejuvenation since switching coaches, or are you making like another marathon debut in a way?
I don't believe in re-debuts. I think that's the weirdest word in the world. That's not a thing.
Okay.
But I am excited about where I'm at, and it's been really fun to just do something different. And I look at the workout in the paper and I'm like, oh man, like how excited and nervous do I need to be for this? And it does feel really fresh and fun. And it's not by any means a knock on what I was doing before, but sometimes when you do the same thing over and over for a long time, it just to freshen things up feels really good. And so I am excited to get out the door every day, and the workouts I really look forward to, and forward on to coach, and we chat about it, and it's fun. It's different, it's exciting, and there's a nervous energy to it for sure.
Did you bring the Linden and True coffee with you? Is that what you're going to have on race day?
Absolutely, yes. We have the bags in the hotel. They're ready to go. Ryan's out with Tracksmith right now, brewing some up. So it's in New York somewhere. I don't know the details, to be honest.
You guys have to make a distillery next.
So next stop, right?
Thanks.